shut it down. Oh, the baby said that to me pretty good. Don't you go back to fall apart. It was so good at that. You wanted love. You don't wanna take the time. You just gotta be alright. 2 shots vodka, rest water, put in liquid IV, and bada bing bada boom, a little tipsy drink that doesn't get you hungover, because something happens when you turn 23 and one drink will make you hungover. So here's the sitch. So Lucy Dacus is in town? Yeah, I got tickets, but here's the thing, I only got 1 ticket because I'm like, I'm gonna be brave and I'm gonna go to a concert alone. And here's some history on that. Okay, so thank you. Thank you. So for some context, I am an only child, right? And that has made me hyper independent. And growing up, I wanted to do everything alone, and I just preferred my own company over, like, sounds so awful, but settling for company that, like, I didn't necessarily want. Like, sometimes I just prefer my solo energy, and I don't want that to mix with other energies. Nothing against other people, just like, I enjoy my own company. And there's something just, I don't know, I just like to be alone. Okay, I'm an introvert, and yeah, I've grown up to be very hyper independent, and I used to always, like, artists would come to town and I'd want to go to concerts by myself. And this is like back when I lived with my parents and I was younger, and they were always very adamant about, like, no, don't do that. My dad did, like, security for shows, and he would tell me, like, I know what happens there, and, like, don't be doing that shit, which, like, I totally get. Hold on, I'm so sorry. The leg in this, like, thing is about to fall off. That made me very nervous. So anyways, it was always a big fat no, which I completely understand. I think when I was younger, I was more naive, and I was like, yeah, I trust myself. I was like, I'm smart and whatever, I'll be fine. Now that I'm older, I've seen a few more things, I've had a few more experiences, I completely understand. I completely understand why they were like, hell no. And to be honest, now, I bought that solo ticket thinking, like, oh, this will, like, you know, treat an inner child, you know, treat my inner child, and I'll be able to accomplish this thing that I always wanted to do when I was younger. And now, like, I guess for more context, I live walking distance from the venue. So it's not, like, crazy. It's kind of in the neighborhood, you know what I mean? I can run home if I needed to. I don't know, there are a lot of factors that make me feel like it'll be okay. It'll be okay. And yeah, I haven't, like, talked out loud in a while to myself, so I'm, like, feeling like I'm having a hard time articulating my thoughts. But anywho, when I bought this ticket, I was like, you know what? There are definitely people I could go with, but I want to buy this now. And I kind of, like, for Lucy Dacus specifically, I kind of just wanted the vibe of, like, going and feeling the music. And not, like, again, not like how I was when I was younger, and still now. Like, sometimes I just don't want my energy interrupted by other energies. You know? Like, I just want to vibe by myself, and maybe whoever's, like, next to me, maybe I'll make some friends. Yeah, and now I'm just very nervous. I'm very nervous, and also, this is, like, why I feel called to do this and also why I don't want to do this. I've developed like almost crippling anxiety of just like leaving my house and also being social. Like I say all this shit like I like to do things by myself, whatever, hyper independent, whatever. And that is all true, but I feel like in the recent year, I've developed like raging anxiety. Even just like going to the grocery store, I panic. Like I feel my body just and I really want to overcome that, because that used to not be the case, and I know exactly why it is the case now. There's a plethora of reasons, stories for different times, but I'm tired of letting that like control me and keep me in my little bubble. Like I need to face my fears, and this is like kind of a drastic way to do that. And I'm not saying that going to concerts by yourself is smart or safe, but it can be done. I remember I went to a Paramore concert with a friend, and the girl next to us just came by herself, and she was batty, and she was fine. You know, I think there are enough safety measures and things put in place that like it will be okay. I will be okay. All works out in my favor. Protective energy around me. I will be okay. And I'm gonna have a grand old time. But yeah, I'm a little fucking nervous. Also just like lots of people, crowded spaces. Even if I had someone with me, I would be I think since being in like a healthy relationship as well with like my bestest friend ever, I've like, I don't want to put it this way, but it was the first thing that came to mind. I've been spoiled in the sense that like I get to go through life with my bestie, and he's such like a protective energy, and I always feel safe with him by my side. And so even like going to the grocery store when like I do feel anxious, whenever he's with me, like it's so much better. And he's kind of become a crutch in a sense, because like I know that going outside with him, I'll be fine. But then now going outside by myself without him, it's like and I need to get over that. I need to get over that. It's gonna be a growth experience. Also, Slow Pulp is opening. Huge. It's crazy to think that Lucy Dacus is in my neighborhood right now. Alcohol is ever so slightly starting to kick in. Ever so slightly. And I made fuel, a brat, and sourdough. It's also like, that's so disgusting. It was highlighter yellow because it was in a container with a bunch of vegetables that had turmeric on them. And fun fact, turmeric, if you ever need anything dyed yellow and you want to do it naturally, au natural, use turmeric, because that shit stains. It fucking stains. Here's a painting I did. It's not finished. Also, my cat broke it a little bit. Imagine this like here. Right? Cute, right? I want to fill this and add lips. Another fun fact, if anyone out there is gluten-free, take this with a grain of salt, because like obviously everyone's level of gluten tolerance is different. But if you're kind of like a casual gluten intolerant, like not quite celiac, sourdough is a great hack if if you want bread because it's like more fermented, and so your gut has an easier time breaking it down and stuff, and it's delicious. Sourdough is the best bread ever. Mmm. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay, I'm gonna make one more drink. I have like 30 minutes before I need to leave. This time I'll show you in real time. Tito's vodka. Do I necessarily recommend Tito's? I don't know. Because it tastes like a vodka, so put it on a shot glass. Low-key dirty. Doesn't matter. Shot. Do we do 2? Do we do like 4 shots all together? Because here's the thing. No. I don't know if I can down that in 30 minutes. We'll do 2 shots. We'll do 2 shots. Okay, here's the next thing we do. We fill the rest of the cup with water. This is how you don't get hungover, babe. Next, what you do, you take a liquid IV, the whole packet, okay? You need all those electrolytes so you don't get hungover. I learned about this method in my work chat, which is kind of iconic. Cheers! I'm gonna play a set for you before we go see Lucy Dacus, okay? On the toilet. I don't want to have alcohol breath. Also, so like every concert I've been to, I try and get a CD because I like to collect CDs. So if I get there early, maybe I'll get a CD. If you are in need of a cool toned, but like also kind of brown toned lipstick, look no further.
Being back here makes me hot in the face. Hot blood in my pulsing veins. Heavy memories weighing on my brain. Hot and heavy in the basement of your parents' place. You used to be so sweet. Now you're a firecracker on a crowded street. Couldn't look away even if I wanted. Tried to walk away, but I come back to the start. They will change, so will mine. You are my best guess at the future. You are my best guess. Tracing your tan lines, making me mine. And to honor the promise you are making here today. Today we are here to witness the union of Katie and Lauren. Ashley and Colleen, Kinsey and Allison, Kaylee and Joanna, Gracia and Kaylin. Okay, friends, please face your partners. Do you freely promise to give yourself in marriage to the partner in front of you? And if so, answer, I do. Do you freely promise in good times and in bad, in sickness and in health, for richer and for poorer, for better and for worse, to care for each other in your marriage? And if so, answer, I do. In recognition of the vows you have made in this special moment in front of all these friends and strangers, it is with great joy that I now pronounce you married. You may now kiss.